Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood here at Village Motorsports, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Polaris, and I believe Mastercraft. It is a beautiful day because today is the day I get to pick up my brand new YZ250. My first ever brand new dirt bike. Whoops, it's not parked there. Those are some pretty sweet Mastercrafts, I'll be honest with you. Those are pretty cool. But yeah, out here, big thanks to Village Motorsports. Hooked it up on a screaming deal on a YZ250. Could not be happier. Those side-by-sides look pretty sweet, but I'm not gonna get one of those today. That is for another day. But yeah, called around to all the dealers here at in North Carolina and Virginia, even some in Maryland, and none of them got me as good of a deal as Village Motorsports. So I made the 4-hour drive. Village Motorsports gets my money today. So let's do it, boys. There was some loud music playing inside the dealership, so I'm just going to do a voiceover for this part. But Village Motorsports looks like they're moving a lot of Yamaha bikes. I mean, Yamaha looked like that was their most comprehensive section of dirt bikes. They also had a few quads, like they had the Raptor 700 and they had the YFC 450R. I've ridden quads in the past and they're fun. They definitely feel like it's something you don't have to think as hard on. You can just kind of like give it gas and turn the handlebars and the back slides out. I think the YFC 50 is what these are. Yeah, YFC 50s. These are kind of cute. This is like the quad version of the PW50. And a friend of mine was telling me, he's like, yeah, I want to get my son one of these and he can learn on it. He can go ride with us. And I think I think they got like the teal for girls and the dark blue for boys. But the thing that I think they're moving a lot of like, it looked like they had more side-by-sides than almost any other item in the dealership. And for 40 grand for like a souped up one, or 45 grand for like a 4-seater, I mean, that's a lot of money to spend on a toy. But if that's what your plan is, then, Village Motorsports, that's the place to go. A bittersweet moment getting the bike loaded into the back of the truck. At that point, it was mine. She was all paid for. My manila envelope was a lot lighter than when it came in. But it's hard knowing that this is the cleanest the bike is ever going to look. The plastic is never going to be the shiny. The rims are probably going to get scratched with a loose rock the first time I take it out. Yamaha does include a musical instrument with the purchase of each one of their bikes, but I couldn't keep my hands off the MX-33s. She was a beauty for sure. All right, I've not changed anything on this bike. Levers are not adjusted. Probably need to adjust those, but rear brake feels pretty good. Shifter's probably in the wrong spot, but here we go. First, we'll see if she starts on the first kick. Might. See if she starts on the first kick. That was encouraging. That's a good sign, bro. They say they come jetted from the factory pretty well, and I guess in my experience so far, that's been true. So. Old girl's got some. Whew. I don't even have to give this thing. I don't even have to. See, I'm trying to give it like full throttle. I don't even think I have to, bro. I don't have to give this thing like much at all, and it goes. God. Woo! Do not enter. Whew. They're not too far behind, but can the YZ250 keep up with the Honda CRF 450? We will find out. Can I get around him? There we go. Am I gonna get whiskey throttled on the way down? That might be the question, bro. Woo! It picks up speed pretty quick going downhill. Honestly, like, I kind of felt the suspension bottom out a little bit there, but yeah, I haven't even given it gas yet. Damn. This thing is like, woo! Oh my God. Woo! Almost got whiskey throttle there, bro. Oh. Oh man. No. Almost lost it there, bro. I was going down that stuff like, oh, my glove got stuck or what the deal was, but my glove almost got stuck like on the handlebars or something. I'm not used to the levers being in this position, but like I almost got whiskeyed right there. Nathan, this thing's fun, bro. This thing's awesome, bro. Not on that, bro. No, not on that. Yeah. I need like a couple more like practice rides before I go back there, bro. What's that? I think, yeah, it looks like an 8.
See him? I got him stuck in the plastic right there.
Oh. Okay. Good eye, bro. All right. So I guess we're gonna check out the track at Brushy Mountain and see what the deal is. Oh yeah. Woo! All right, I guess this is the Brushy Mountain track. All right. Definitely not like a groomed or maintained track, but okay, Nathan's doing all right. Basically just like kind of doing a little sight lap in second gear. Alright. It's the first motocross track I've ever seen side-by-sides on. Give these people a little bit of space, bro. All right. It's a pretty mellow track, but the thing I notice is like I can mostly, if I'm just chilling, like second gear is fine. I don't know if I'm gonna end up fouling a plug or anything, but Nathan out here scrubbed that last one. Giving James Stewart a run for his money.
I'm trying to take it faster because I always take that turn super slow.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to hit it faster, and the first time I went off the side, and the second time I just fell right over. That one's probably too muddy.
Are there, do you know, some like wider, I'm not the best trail rider in the world, bro, but like some like,
I'll show you the easiest one.
yeah.
Alright, let's go to the easiest.
All right, I appreciate you showing it, man. Thank you. All right, so we got to make almost a full 180 and go down that trail. I'll stay behind you, Nathan. See if I can get, see the problem? I don't know how well y'all can see, but I'm trying to stay behind Nathan. And I know with how wide angle the GoPro lens is, I really got to get like right on his butt. Otherwise he'll look like he's further away than it is. Like really, like right now he's probably 2.5 bike lengths in front of me. But for it not to look like he's super far away, he's really got to be almost like right here. Ooh. All right, I think we're backing up. Hold on. I think we're getting out of here. Ugh. Not been on this one yet. Keep it first up here for sure. Damn, bro. Go, Nathan, go. We good. We're good. Whew, not a great place to stop, huh? Not a great place to stop. I need to give him more room in front of me before doing any of that. Woo! Woo! Bro, f this, bro. Nah, bro. About to burn my whole clutch out going up this. Hell no, Spencer. Woo! If I can keep the RPMs up going up here, bro. See, I feel like, bro, I'm almost like it's got grunt down low in second, but I'm almost better off just keeping it in first gear the whole time, bro. Just keep it first. Like, it's so steep. Like, see, and I gotta, see, my mistake is Nathan is way too close to being in front of me. He does not need to be right there. It's just a problem waiting to happen. Okay, so it looks like the line is, take it to the right, you gotta cut over to that left line, and then I don't know what's around that bend because I can't see him anymore, so I don't know. Just got to give it a rip. We'll see how it goes. Got to give it a rip. Come on, Nicholas. Whew. Woo! Oh my God. All right, that's not so bad. That ain't so bad. Let's try these rocks. Might actually get better, like, grip. Ah, damn, bro. All right. I stopped at the wrong, going up the rocky part. That was not a good decision. Push this bike. It's humiliating, but I'm about to push it. Yeah, going up the rocky section was not a good move. That was not a good move. I got mad respect for those enduro dudes. Whew. That's mad respect, bro.
I stopped doing it because I just wanted to see what you guys felt about it.
Bro, that's tough, bro. It's like it's tough, but it's like doable.
Yeah. It's like,
See, this is an example of where you have to hike up. I think it's better to walk up this first and then see like what the best line is, like what Justin's doing. But just take me to a track, bro. Motocross is easier than this. God. Oh my God. See. Okay. I think the line is this right side. You can either cut here and go there, or you could stay in this far right line. What do you think? Do you think it's better to cut over to the left?
yeah, you could either go this way
Yeah.
or this way.
Okay.
I'm probably going to take this right here.
I'm thinking the left might be better because then you can kind of get through this part of the rock.
And go up this.
True, yeah.
But,
I don't know, bro. Bro, the triple at Lake Sugar Tree is easier than this. The hell, bro? Hell no. Let's just get... What? No freaking way. No freaking way. How do you, what is this, bro? I'm almost out of breath just walking up this. That's a lot of rocks, bro.
And I'm gonna have to go down this shit.
Because the hard part about this is like there's multiple points where it looks like you have to cross from like left to right.
Yeah, because of the edgy rocks.
Yeah.
And there's a turn right there, so you lose the speed.
I think I'm gonna say no on this one for me. I think this is gonna be a little too hard for me.
I think this might be like a after warm-up trail because my arms are already like pumped.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to do something like an easier trail.
I feel like maybe if it was a little bit less wet too, because the red clay the clay's a little bit slick.
You could literally like hit up on the brim right here.
I see what you're talking about. You hit that right section like a berm.
Clay, you'll slide if you're not going fast enough.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be going too fast. You hit one of those rocks.
I was like, I got up the part before we got here, and I was like, man, okay, at least I'm up the hard stuff. It's like, nah.
I was like worried. I was like. Go ahead.
There we go. All right, I'll see you down there. All right. Like I did last time, I don't think I need to take this thing out of first. Feel like a better line. Okay. Doing this the second time in reverse is a lot easier, because at least I have a heads up of like where the better line choice is. It's harder to see ahead of you than before. This right line, yeah. Okay. Here. Woo! Okay. See? I just leave it in first, like I get at least some engine braking, and I don't have to ride the brakes the whole way down. So I'm just kind of tapping the rear brake, just feathering the rear, the front, the whole way down. Because otherwise, if I put it in second, it just turns into basically a mountain bike, essentially. Because that's about how much, it's about how well it freewheels. There we go. Go through the rut. There we go. Almost lost it on that one, but through the rut. Through the rut. There we go. Through the rut. Through the rut. Come on, Nicholas. There we go. Through the rut. Through the rut. Through the rut. Through the rut. Look ahead. There we go. Woo! God, how did I get up this, bro? How did I get up that? No way. Whew. See that? I don't think that was even full throttle. That was like 90% throttle right there. That was like 90% throttle. This thing goes. It's like. Even gas pops right up. Yeah. All right. I guess this is a day one post break-in recap. for the YZ. I got home so late from Brushy Mountain. You know, it's a 3-hour drive from there back to where I live. And man, I just got the bike in the shed. I got everything put away and I just pretty much went right to bed without even taking a shower. I was so tired. That was a big day. But besides that, I had fun. It was probably not the ideal place to take this bike for its first ride. I probably would have rather gone to a motocross track somewhere like NCMP, something along those lines. But regardless, the bike did pretty well. I can tell why the YZ250X has different gearing. It's just, you know, a lot of those really steep sections I had to be in first gear. I'm not really the best enduro rider, but yeah, I felt like I was really low in the RPMs if I put the bike into second, even on like the flowier, more open trails. And just to be clear, none of those trails were really very, very easy. So if you're a beginner rider, you want to ride trails, I would not recommend going to Brushy, because even the easiest trails at Brushy were still pretty challenging, at least for me. That being said, I did an oil change after I did an oil change today. After I got the bike out of the shed, I looked at the oil. I didn't see anything sparkly in the oil. It was kind of just a gray color, really nothing out of the ordinary. I filled it back up with Shell Rotella T. It's the 15W40. And I've pretty much used that on all my bikes and I've never had a problem with it. It's cost effective. It's available like everywhere. So that was nice. Engine looked, one thing I will say is use the triangle. The little triangle that the bike comes with, use that for the oil change, because it just makes getting the drain pan underneath the engine. You can't really see it, but there's the drain bolts down there. So if you use the stand, it's just too annoying. Best thing is just put it on the triangle and then you can slip your drain bolt pan down there, your drain pan. So yeah, put 750 mils of oil back in. What I do after that, I checked the air filter. Air filter looks super clean. There was a little bit of red clay, dried red clay in the air box. But when I took the air filter out and changed it with a new one, there was no dirt or any dust, anything that looked like it got past the filter into the air boot, because it's pretty much all red clay out there, and it sticks out like a sore thumb on the black plastic of the air boot. So looked good in that regard. What else did I do? Oh, I'll post pictures of it, but I also changed the spark plug. A guy that we rode with out there, he said, yeah, you're probably gonna have to change your plug or you might foul your plug since you're riding super low in the RPM range. And I'm like, he's probably right. He probably knows what he's talking about. But I pulled the plug out and it didn't look really like that bad. I mean, I'm not an expert on reading spark plugs. I don't do it that often. My Husky, my TC125, it never really fouled plugs. It just wasn't an issue. And I know the YZ250 is known to not really foul plugs. It comes jetted pretty well from the factory. You can see in there, it's actually really easy to get a wrench in there. You don't have to take any plastics off. You don't have to take the gas tank off, anything like that. You can get in there and just put a 13/16 crescent wrench right on the spark plug, or maybe like a crow's foot if you want to use a torque wrench, and just pop it loose. You can twist it the rest of the way out with your fingers and then just pop a new spark plug in. Hardest part is really just getting that black rubber plug off and back on. But yeah, good. I was really satisfied, really happy that I did not have to take the tank off. I didn't have to take any of the plastics off. It was just, it's real quick and easy to get the spark plug out. So yeah. As far as the plastics are concerned, I just wiped everything down. That was the last thing I did. I wiped the plastics down with a microfiber and some isopropyl alcohol, and that cleaned them up pretty well. It kind of made them shine. I know Maxima makes that SC1 stuff, and you just spray it on and makes your plastics and your rims nice and shiny. I've never tried it. I might just pick up a can and see how it works, but I've also used kind of exclusively that VRP, Chemical Guys VRP plastics and like rubber restorer, and I was kind of happy with how that worked. But the one thing I will say is if you use Goo Gone on your plastic, be careful. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but the Goo Gone will take the shine off of your plastics. It's hard to see on that number plate, but if you compare the number plate to the front fender, the number plate is almost has like a matte finish to it now. And I don't know what to do to fix it. I wiped it back down with isopropyl alcohol and it did not bring the shine back. The reason I used Goo Gone was because the whole front of the bike was like totally covered. It was totally covered in bugs from being in the back of the truck on the highway for so long. I mean, the cable, this front brake cable, that was totally covered in bugs. The rubber boot that's on the clutch, that was all full of bugs. And the master cylinder for the front brake, totally full of bugs. And even like you can still see, I don't know if you can see it easy, but there's some like little specks of bugs that are kind of still stuck inside the grips. I wiped them down. I didn't sit there and spend forever dealing with it. Oops. I didn't spend forever dealing with it, but they're definitely stuck in there. So I don't know what the solution to restoring the shine on the number plate is, but just be aware. Maybe use something else other than Goo Gone, because Goo Gone will, I don't know what it does. I don't know if there's some solvent, there's some chemical in the plastic, or there's a chemical coating on the dirt bike plastics that Yamaha uses. And Goo Gone like takes it off of the surface. I don't know if that's what's going on, but I'll have to get a like a detailing product for plastics and put it on the number plate and get that shine back. But yeah, I guess what else? What am I thinking here? I mean, the bike, it really did well, man. It really rode very well. I was happy with it. It was very fast. It scared me a little bit the first few trails that I took it on. It's not a bike for somebody who's not more experienced riding dirt bikes. This is not a good first bike. It's a powerful bike. I would say it hits harder than my friend's CRF 450. It doesn't pull as hard or pull for as long, if that makes sense. He kind of said the same thing, and I agree with him, but it hits pretty hard. It hits very aggressively. Like this motor, I don't know what people are doing having these motors ported and sent off. Like it doesn't need more power. It's got all the power that you need. I don't know what you're doing. I guess people are racing, but if you're just a recreational rider like me, you don't need to spend money on engine work. It's not necessary. I mean, I will say I can understand why people put heavy flyweight wheels on these bikes. If it takes, I can see people wanting to take the hit out of the bottom of this bike. You know, maybe in the future I'll get a flywheel weight, but I think I'm gonna keep riding this for a little longer to just get the hang of it. I'm really happy with how I rode the bike. I'm happy with how the bike treated me. It didn't have any jetting issues. It started up, I believe, first kick at the track. I messed with the the idle screw a little bit. It's hard to see. It's right kind of in between those two purple plugs. If we can get this to focus. Oops, there we go. That idle screw is right in between those two purple tubes on the carburetor, and then the air screw is that brass flathead screw that's just below the two purple tubes. Didn't mess with the air screw, but I did turn the idle screw just in maybe half a turn or so, because it kind of felt like it was just about to die. The bike was just about to die when I had it idling, and yeah, I think it idled. It sounded like it idled a little bit better, I will say when I rev the bike, it does kind of sound like it takes a little too long to go back down to its baseline RPM on idle, so maybe that means I need to adjust the air screw, but I think that's going to be for another day. But otherwise, if you're a more experienced rider, you're someone like me in the 200 plus pound range, I would highly recommend a YZ250. If you want to do motocross primarily, definitely consider a YZ250. And if you're really more of a trail rider, I would say look at the 250X, because the gearing on this YZ250 is just much more focused in terms of motocross. It's higher speed stuff, and I can see why the 250X is geared more for trails. Anyway, break-in was a success, and I'll see you guys back out there.